Good evening. Good evening. Okay, so I think we have started. So, my name is Gloria Ojukwu, as you may have already known, and yeah, I'm the founder of our tech show. I'm also an excited member of the community, right? So, I'm part of the community, her tech show community. So, I'm just going to be introducing architecture to us and what we are all about. I know a good number of us have already experienced architecture, right? If you have, passed through architecture, can I get your emojis? Let me just see your emojis. So you have passed through architecture. Probably you're coming back to learn, or you're coming back to share your story. Let me get your emojis on the chat. So we have a good number of people who pass through the academy and they come back to learn more. I'm going to be sharing my slide and walk us through what her tech show is all about. Okay, so let me know when you can see my screen. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So, what is her tech show? Her tech show is an organization, right, that is aimed at empowering women, especially African and Black women, right? So what we do is we empower them by equipping them with technical and digital skills, right? And we do this via, our academy and our community, right? Right now, we are over 22,000 women, right, from over 25 countries. So there are people here that are from different countries. If you were able to go through, your introduction on your WhatsApp, you will see that we'll have women from Nigeria, we have women from Kenya, we have women from Ghana, we have women from Ethiopia, we have women from the UK, from US, from Canada. They are all represented here, right? Because anywhere we are in the world, we believe that the world is global and we can't afford to, take out some people, right? So anywhere you are, her tech chair is open to every African and Black women wherever you are in the world. Yeah. So let's talk about the academy. So her tech show Academy, right, is one of our programs, one of our key initiatives that we use to equip African and Black women with technical and digital skills, right? And right now we have about 8 learning parts in the academy. We have data analytics, right? So as I'm talking, I want to get to know, what are you studying? What did you come to study? What did you apply to study? Let me see your comment on the chat. So we have data analysis, right? And in data analysis, we have data analysis pro and starter, right? So the ones that have the pro, you take the starter for 3 months, and then you take, you take the other one, the pro, for another 3 months. So one thing I want you to note about her tech show is we are not one of these roadside academy. Everybody now is teaching something online, right? So don't share your screen, please. So we are not one of those roadside academies. So you'll know that we don't just have roadsides on, like, on the physical space. We also have roadsides now online, because the online space is a global world. Another world on its own. We have a lot of things happening online. It's like another world on its own. Is like the metaverse that we heard about like last year, 2 years ago. The metaverse is a reality now. So a lot of things are happening online that is quite different from, so what I'm trying to say is the same way we have roadsides, shops, straight as in the physical space, we also have those roadsides academies online as well, right? That's why you see somebody, she says she's a product manager. She probably took like a 2 weeks course, half baked, and she can't even take off the job as a product manager. She can't do much as a product manager. The same thing goes with designers. You see a course, you just, you didn't do your background check, you didn't check the people that have graduated from this place. Are they working? Where are they working? Have they gotten opportunities? What are they currently doing? Have they been able to impact their businesses, right, with what they are doing, right? So we don't just train people, we train you to be valuable, whether as a talent or as someone who wants to, use the skill to, enhance your business. Now, you don't just learn to work for someone. Let's say you run a business, you run a fashion business. Do you know that learning something like video editing, learning something like digital marketing, learning something like even data analysis can scale your business and accelerate your sales by times 10, depending on how committed you are and how you're able to apply those skills to your business. So we have data analysis, starter and pro. We have product management. I can see some people are already talking about what they came to learn, right? And we have digital marketing. We also have graphic design, video editing, and we also have web development, front-end web development, starter and pro, right? We have UI, UX, and we have product design. So these are the training parts. So I don't call them courses because a course is what you go online to take, right? You go online to take most of the courses online, they are recorded and you don't have access, you don't have access to any community, you're just on your own, right? But with architecture, you have a community, of women that are also looking out for the same things as you. Some of these women have gone ahead of you. Some of them are already working. Some of them already run their own businesses. Some of them already are also coaching generation of women like you, right? So you also have people like you that are currently learning, right? So in the community, it's not just one set of people. We have different sets in the academy. We have people who graduated 5 years ago because architecture was initiated. This is the 6th year, right? This is the 6th year for architecture. So we've been doing this for 6 years. So there are people who graduated 5 years ago, right? And they are doing amazing with whatever they are doing currently. So this is what the academy is all about. We also have other programs, but we are going to be focusing on the academy because that is why you're here, right? So Architecture Foundation, basically I've said it, building sustainable tech careers for Black women. That's what we do. We help you build sustainable tech careers. We are not all about anywhere belief, right? This is a slang that Nigerians use to talk about people who are not passionate about what they want to learn. They are just learning it because they feel like, oh, this is where the money is. In as much money is a good motivation, and yeah, I also want money. I also like money. We target people who are really passionate about causing change with technical and digital. Positive change, actually, not just any change. Positive change, either as a tech talent or as a tech business person, right? And your business doesn't really have to be tech. It can be just like a normal online business that you want to enhance. It can even be a a traditional business like fashion, cooking, that you just want to bring online and you want to have the digital aspect of your business where probably customers can order your service online and all of that. So we are looking for people who are willing to actually commit. We are not looking for people who want to use this as something they can use to make quick money, right? And then maybe after 6 months they forget about it. No, that's not the kind of people we need. We need people who want to actually do this and do it to the end and then make money from it. And then they also coach the next generation of women, right? So that is what it's all about, right? And then these are some of the things that you will see in the community. Now, beyond the academy, we have a community. Now, this is cohort 13. Everybody here, almost everybody here they are all cohort 13 proteges. right? But beyond the academy, we have a community, like I mentioned before. We have a thriving community, and inside that community, we also have sub-communities, right? Where you meet people like you. There are people that are facing the same challenges as you. For example, you're a student and you're confused on how you can merge learning, schooling and tech. There are people, there are learners like you who are doing it. You meet them in the community. There are people who are in different sectors. Probably they're in the banking sector, they're in the financial sector, they're in the fashion sector, and they want to learn how to integrate tech into their businesses. These people are confused. Some of them even want to, basically come into tech. They want to leave their career and transition into tech. There are people like that. You might be wondering, how can I do this if I fall into this category? The best way is to be in the community, because you're going to meet people like this. We also have nursing mothers. You're wondering, I have 2 kids. How can I take care of 2 kids and also be excellent at tech? Because I know you must have heard that tech is difficult. Tech is challenging. Tech is this, tech is this. But the truth is, there are people like you. You have 2 kids, yes, but there are people who have 4 kids that are in tech and they are doing well, right? You are a student. There are people who have done their BSc, they've done their masters, and they are doing their PhD, and they are still in tech, right? So whatever challenge you're facing, you feel like, your case is different, you might not be able to do this. There are people like you in the community, and you're going to discover when you become active. Now, our official community is hosted on Slack. I know some of you have not gotten the link to join. You're going to get the link very soon. You're going to get the link in your email, so look out for it. So some of the things that we do, we post Twitter spaces, we do challenges. We do challenges because it's not just all about learning. You need to get your hands dirty. Sometimes we also support some people, not everybody, with data, and then content challenge, job opportunities and placements, laptop support. We do this once in a while. A platform to showcase your talents, right? This is a platform where you can use to express your skills. You can use to express what you're passionate about. And we use this platform to highlight on those women who stand out in what they do, even if you don't really stand out so much, but you're really passionate about growing. We use this platform to shine light on those kind of women, right? And then an opportunity to network and connect with amazing women worldwide, right? So these are some of the people who have graduated from architecture. You can go on LinkedIn and search for these people, right? They are doing well right now. So this person is a front-end developer. This person is a product manager. So every week when you start learning, also shine light on the prodigies of the week, people who stood out for that week, and that is what you're seeing on this first screen, right? So this is some of the things that happen when you start learning. You're going to learn more because you normally have 2 onboarding sessions. This is your first onboarding. So you're going to attend the second onboarding where you get to learn more about how we operate in architecture. So these are some of the people. Okay, this is somebody that has won a laptop. I think we have given laptops to up to 15 women, right? And we have given data support to more than 300 women, right? So, but this is what it looks like. And then these are some of our community dues. Have a profile. So please, when you join, you're still going to get the community handbook. So we have an official community guideline or handbook that guides you on how to stay in the community. So when you join the Slack community, the first thing that we expect of you is for you to have your profile picture, right? Not just your picture, your name, a clear image, and what you're doing. So if you're a web developer, I want to see Jane Okonkwo, web developer, right? And let me see if I can show you what our Slack community looks like while I talk. I'm just going to get it out. This is the official community. And as you can see, if you go to the general community, as you can see, we are almost 23,000 women, and you have different tracks. We have different sub-communities, right? So this is what I'm talking about. When you open somebody's profile, you see that the person has a name. You open another person's profile. So let me use Abigail. See that this person has a name and a profile picture. And then additionally, you should have your description. So let's say you're a web developer, right? We should see that you are a web developer. Going back to our slide, so participate in activities and join events. We have different events throughout the year. We have both a physical event and a lot of online events, a lot of virtual events, so you can join from anywhere in the world. And be respectful in communication. You see more of these do's when you get your handbook, right? And then be respectful in communication. Connect with others. Don't just stay there. There are people who have gotten jobs, not just job opportunities, good network, just because they were able to like connect with other people in the community. So when you find yourself in the community, don't just stay as an island. You need to network with other people. You need to connect with other people, and then make your sub community your home. We have the Code Corner. If you enjoy coding, ensure that you're active in the Code Corner community. If you enjoy design, you're learning design, be active in the design community. Then if you notice any form of misconduct, you can report to our managers. We have Happiness, we have Tejiri, we have Pelumi. Pelumi is our community lead, and we have other people in the community, right? And then report any form of, be open to learn and share, right? Don't just say, oh, you came here to learn design, and once you're done, you will disappear. Because if everybody disappeared, there will be nobody to teach you, right? So don't disappear. Find a way to stay active in the community. You can share your content, you can share your work, you can share a lot of other things when you're in the community. Okay, so these are some of the community don'ts. No hate speech, no rude comments, do not post any unapproved promotion or job vacancy, because we are also very sensitive about the kind of jobs that we post. Right now, we have some accredited partners that we accept job posting from. We have a US company that post. These are accredited and they are verified partners. So if you have a job you want to post or an opportunity, if you're not sure that job is not real, don't post it. You can reach out to the managers to see how we can make sure that the job is, so that we are sure that any job that is here is real, right? We've had some people that have gotten jobs from the community just by being active in the community. They saw the job posting on the job board and they apply. So imagine if that job was fake. They are just going to waste their time. So I think one of the speakers today is one of those people that have gotten jobs through the community, right? So she's going to share her experience. Then don't go out of line when already giving an instruction. Ensure that you are following the directives. We are a lot of women, and you know that when humans are much, it's usually difficult. But when you're able to follow the directives, it's easier to, accommodate one another, right? So we are happy to have you with us, and you're going to see more. We are going to see more of this. We have an Empower a Sister campaign that I want to share with you, but we are going to share this at the end of this program, and you're going to benefit from this because we are also working with you to go on this campaign. So just stay put and enjoy the rest of the session, right? I'm going to hand over to Tejiri now, and welcome once again to her Textual Academy. This is a place you're going to thrive and succeed in tech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gloria, for that. That was an amazing session. So she has told us about the community and the amazing women you get to meet in the community. But before you join the community, there are some amazing women right here that would love to talk to you and share their experience with you. So I'm going to call on the first speaker, Maria Oyeka. Please, are you here?
My name is Margaretti, and I am a web developer and also a designer, because I also code, and I design with WordPress and Shopify. So, and I'm also a marketing associate. I work in a Nigerian restaurant in America, and I'm also a marketing associate in an AI powered coaching platform in Canada. So, and above all this, I also run my web design agency. So, before her tech trio, I just got married and I just had a 3 month old baby. So I was always at home. I was watching movies and I got tired. I was like, is this how I'm going to spend the rest of my life just like this? And luckily for me, I bumped on someone's post on LinkedIn. The person was talking about her journey on her tech show, and immediately I stepped in, I registered, and I got into Cohort 7 as a front end web developer. So I started learning with Cohort 7 as a front end web developer, and I also joined last year. I think it's Cohort 10 as digital marketing cohort. So my experience with learning with her tech show is very, very awesome. The community is very, very sweet in the sense that the coaches are they're always there. Even after the class, they have the opportunities. You could ask them questions, and they're always ready to, listen to what you're talking about. They always carried us along. And also the accountability group, we were divided into accountability groups. Sometimes I'll feel like giving up, and I'll see my group, I'll come to my group, I'll see everybody's up and doing again. I will encourage myself. I didn't even give an excuse, because I have a baby, or I just kept doing some midnight. I still have to wake up and give myself extra time. When the coach finished teaching as well, I still have to make extra time for myself to put in extra effort. I really had to change my mindset that regardless of how people say tech is hard, and me, I failed mathematics, and I didn't even bother, because no matter how it felt like, I just made up my mind, regardless, I'm going to do well in this. And I just kept doing. Another thing you should take very seriously is the 15 days content challenge. When I was that was last year. By doing my content challenge alone, I was able to land a client. That's the company, one of the company I work with now. That was how I was able to land the job, because they saw my content and someone referred me to them. So my second job I do in Canada was posted in the accountability group, and then that was last year October. No, it was not accountability group. It was posted on Slack. I applied for the job. It was even an intern role as of that time. I did 3 months. I just had to give all my value. I had to give in all my best. Currently, I work in the company now as a permanent staff. I have my allowances. I have my recommendation. It's been a good experience working with white people. I didn't even believe myself I could even go this far. So I just want to encourage you that is here to just work on your mindset. Take the community seriously. Before you just really do well. So I really want to thank her Chextro for this great community. Thank you so much for also this opportunity to talk today. I'm so grateful, and I wish you all the best. So thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you. That, like you've said it all, your experience, how you've benefited from the community. We're so happy to have you. And that is why we wanted you to meet some of the past success stories, so that you can see that it's women like you, it's women in your positions, it's women in your situations that are doing these things. So another alumni is here. And fun fact about this alumni, she's also a coach. So she graduated and she's working now and established in the tech industry. And she has also come back to give back to young women in the industry. So we have Wofi Ayon. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Hello,
Okay.
ladies. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Good evening from Nigeria. It's so good to be here today to share my story. So for me, I started in 2022. I remember joining an onboarding session just like this with I think she was 6 months old at the time, crying in the background, my mom holding her, and I heard other success stories like this, and I knew that it was something that was possible to do. It wasn't easy, because if you're a mom, you know that postpartum can be really problematic, and I had a little bit, like I had extra when it comes to that. But I just had a feeling that things were shifting towards tech, and I needed to tap into that. So when I got this scholarship, I was so excited, and I decided to give it my all. So for me, like I said, it was difficult trying to merge my daily life and schooling or learning, So what I did was I decided to use the late nights for people that have children, that the babies are always awake at night. So while my daughter was awake at night, I would use that time to study, to learn, and just to keep pushing. It was difficult at the time, but it paid off. Also, I got to liaise with my classmates, my friends, my classmates at the time, and would learn together, would pass challenges to each other, and just generally share our experiences with each other. Another person I cannot fail to mention is my mentor, Chukudi. At the time, he was a coach in architecture as well. And he gave us an assignment, and I tried it out. I did it, I submitted, and he looked at my work and like, I like the way you approach this. I think we're going to do something together in future. And till date, he has been available, holding my hand, and this is 2022 till now. So for those that are in this course right now, you are really blessed because you have a lot of people that will be available to hold your hands through it all. So he has helped me out when it comes to jobs, when it comes to adverts, when it comes to places where I'm stuck. Currently, I work as an analytics engineer, and my company is based in the Netherlands. I'm working from Nigeria, and I'm earning in dollars. It's all possible, and I'm just here to tell you that it is possible, and we exist. It has taken I started in 2022, January, and at the end of 2022, I had already landed my first gig, which paid a lot in Naira at the time. And this has only gotten better over time. Also, another thing I'd like to point out is that, yes, you're going to be learning a lot here, but please try not to be stuck here. So what I mean is when you learn, it's a great idea for you to put this into practice and also try to implement other things. 10 weeks is not a lot of time for you to be very, very, very experienced, if I might say so. Okay, so what you can do is pick up what you are taught here and then expand on it. So the way I saw it when I was in the cohort was, when I get a particular topic, I know that topic is important. So I take that topic and I go out there and look at other materials, other concepts surrounding that particular topic. So if you do that, trust me, your mind is going to expand. The good thing about this platform is we're going to make it condensed. So whatever it is that you get to see here, trust me, it's important. And people will ask me, what am I going to expect in the real world? It's exactly what you see here, exactly what your thoughts here. That is exactly what you're going to see in the real world. So if you give it your all, put in your effort, trust me, it's going to pay off. Okay, so for me, I'm here giving back. I'm still teaching, I'm still coaching, because this is my only way of saying thank you to Architecture that showed up when I did not know what to do and which path to take and all. My life has really changed from when I decided to start data analytics. So right now it's getting a little tougher, if I'll be honest, because there are a lot of people that know the opportunities that exist. But I always like to also advise that you have a very positive mindset and know that there are jobs, know that it is possible, because there are people that are here that have done it, and so you can do it. Okay, so I wish you all the best. Congratulations for this, and yeah, God bless you guys.
Thank you so much, Wofi. Thank you not only for this, for giving back to Architecture. You're amazing. Thank you for joining us. And next, I'm going to call Oluchi. So Oluchi is a current learner. She's currently learning data analytics, and she's also one of the community leads at Architecture. So Oluchi, if you can come up, if you can unmute yourself.
Good evening, Kedri. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. I feel honored to be part of this. Everyone that is there, being in this platform has really, really changed my life. Like, in fact, when I remember joining her tech trip 2, 3 months back, in fact, it has been one of the best things that has happened to my life. I'm so happy. I want to say thank you to her tech trip. One thing I want to tell you that you are just joining her tech trail. You are in the right place. In fact, when I started this journey, it was not easy. Everybody like in her tech trail, you have to be determined. Like I will do it. I can do it. And your mindset you have to change your mindset. Like be deliberate, be intentional is part of the thing that work out for me. Like most of the times, in fact, I thank also Tech Tree for that 15 days content challenge. The 15 days content challenge it also helped to boost my my morale. I say, well, in fact, I did not know that I could do it. Most times, I will be up at night, like my husband will wake up and say, "You are still here. Go and sleep." This woman, I will be like, "Leave me alone," because I was trying to place my. In fact, it made me to know that I know a lot of things, like things I did not know before. I now know them. So for you to be in this place, just take your journey with her tech tree seriously. I have other online platform that I actually enrolled one other programs with, but I really prefer this her tech tree to do because tech tree will take you one on one, like Gloria has said before. They will hold your hand, like
Thank you so much for your speech. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for sharing your experience. That was really lovely. So, just for time's sake, we'll move on to the next speaker, and I'm going to invite Pelumi. Pelumi is the community lead at her tech trail, and she's going to be sharing her experience working in tech and being a part of the community. Pelumi, are you here?
Oh, yes. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. As she said, I'm Oluwapelumi, and I'm the community lead for Atech Trail. And I may say I'm very excited to welcome every one of you to this onboarding session. Well, I did not go through any of our Tech Trails programs, but with the little I've seen in the community, it's a very great community for women in tech, and it's a community helping women at large. So I just want to share my experience in tech, my why for doing tech, and just basically, should I say motivate? Not really motivate, but just help you to see what the tech world looks like. So I, if about 5 years ago you told me anything about tech, I would say I wasn't very interested in tech. But one way, one thing or the other, I started tech last year, and so far it's been good. And one very important thing I just want to emphasize, I'm not going to take much of your time, is knowing your why. Is knowing your why. Because when you know the reason you're doing what you're doing, that's when it's going to motivate you, even on days that you don't feel like there's imposter syndrome, days you feel very tired, days you not feel like doing anything, but knowing the reason you're doing it is going to keep you grounded and just motivates you. So yes, as I said, I don't really have much to say, but welcome to our tech trail. I'm the community lead, and you'll be seeing my messages often in the community. So I just want to urge you to participate. Always be active. That is one very good thing. Don't just be in the community for being their sake. Always be active. Show up for things. And I promise you, there are lots of things you're also going to learn in the community, apart from what you're learning in tech, career tips, different ways you can grow in tech, monetize your knowledge. It's not just about learning, it's about using it for something. So those are the various things you're going to be learning. And I promise that if you show up, you are going to really love it. Also, put yourself out there. For example, the 15 days challenge we always do, participate in it. When you put yourself out there, that is when people will see you. You don't expect that when you're learning something, anyone out there automatically knows that. You have to show up, you have to put yourself out there. As someone in social media space, I know how powerful it is when you get visibility on social media. So if you really want to succeed, don't just stay in one corner. Show up, tell us on social media, show what you're learning, tell the world what you're doing, and that's one very way you can make it in this tech industry. So with that being said, I wish you all a wonderful journey with our tech trail.
Thank you so much, Pelumi. That was really nice. So, like she said, you'll be seeing a lot of her when you join the community. So, get ready. There are a lot of activities lined up. And, like every speaker has said, one of the essence or one thing that sets her tech trail apart from every other academy out there is the community, the support that you get. It's to help you advance, and everything is aimed for your growth. So do well to take advantage of anything that you see, participate and be active. Like you would definitely be grateful for that. So thank you to all our speakers. They just shared their experience. Now you've met a couple of women, you've met the alumni from the community. So when we're saying community, we're not painting a very vague picture for you. Like, we brought women from the community to meet you, so you know what is going on. Next, we're going to have the academy manager, and she's going to share about cohort 13, what to expect, and how you go about your learning journey. So let's welcome Happiness Ajayi.
Hi everyone, good evening. You're welcome to our tech trail. A lot has been said. Just like Laura mentioned when she came up about our learning tracks, we have 8 different learning tracks, but some of these tracks has starter and pro pack. So she's talked about that, and I hope we all got it. Now, in her tech trail, when learning starts properly, from the beginning to the end, we're going to have 2 different projects that will be carried out. We have the mid cohort project and the capstone project. That's at the end of your learning journey. So get ready for these projects. We also have the introductory course at the beginning. Very soon, we're going to, once you start being invited into the classroom, you get to see your introductory course and you start taking it. Then we'll have quizzes every weekend. Our classes holds on Saturdays and Sundays, live classes between the time of 2 p.m. watts to 7 p.m. watts. But the specific time depends on the track. We don't all have the classes at the same time, right? So, but it's spans between 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. and a class lasts for a minimum of 1 hour, 30 minutes. So we're giving you all this information so you can get ready for the journey ahead. 1 hour, 30 minutes or more on Saturday, 1 hour, 30 minutes or more on Sundays for 10 weeks, right? After each class during the weekend, we have a quiz. You take your quiz. Then some weeks it's not going to be quiz. It's going to be an assignment, a practical section that you will get to, for example, people that are in design and every other track, video editing, you get to do a hands-on project or work on what you have been learning. So get ready. The next 10 months is going to be filled with so much work to do, but you'll be happy you did at the end of it. Then your capstone project, for some tracks, they work in group, they work as a team, while some, they do it individually, all right? So we also have weekly proteges, right? So tell yourself you're going to be part of this group of people. Every week, look out for students that are active in class. Look out for students that are participating, they're taking in their quiz, and they're not just taking it for taking sake. They take it with all enthusiasm and they come up with good grades, right? So every week, the coaches submit names of these students and we announce it on our social media pages. And you know what that means, right? It gives them an edge. So tell yourself that you too can be part of them. In some tracks, you see a student coming out for 3 weeks, and it's not just like it's the coach that is doing it, right? Because some tracks has like 3 coaches, and when each coach comes, they keep giving out this particular name to show that this person really knows what she has come to do. So don't just come to learn and get out. Just come to network, collaborate, be into what is happening in the community. You heard Maria. Maria mentioned that she got a gig. That was in cohort 10 while the content challenge was ongoing. Last cohort 11, before cohort 12, a student also got that because she mentioned in her feedback form. She was so excited. She sounded so excited and all that. So just one thing that you have to know is that in this community, we are all ladies and no one is bigger than another, right? Just leave wherever you are coming from. Come in, leave your title. We are all women, leave your title. So we'll be able to collaborate and network because there are great people in this community. I can tell you that. There are great women here. Some of them will come silently, you won't know. So be humble enough to work together with everybody. And at the end of this 10 to 12 weeks, you'll be happy you did. Now, our curriculum has been integrated with AI, or for all tracks. So you know that AI is the talk of the town these days. And you hear people saying AI is going to replace somebody, AI is going to replace people in their offices. So we're not just teaching you how to code or how to design. We're also teaching you how to maximize AI in each of these tracks, right? So don't just be excited already for what is ahead of you, because the curriculum is something that when you look at it, you know that, yes, I'm here for a business. I'm not here to just, like Laura said, it's not just one roadside training ground. It's an academy. And at the end of this week, you'll be happy you did. So get ready, get informed, get your gadgets ready. And at the end of this week, you'll be happy you did. Once again, welcome to our tech trio. We're happy to have you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Happiness. Thank you for sharing with us. So we're going to move on to the next segment of this. And I'm going to be calling on Gloria, and she's going to give the final remarks for this session.
Thank you, Tejuri. So, I mean, I know you have learned a lot. The training has not officially started, but you have already learned a lot. So, as we move forward, right, one thing I want you to note is, I want you to know that every powerful woman you see out there, they didn't do it in 2 weeks. They didn't didn't round up their journey in 2 weeks. They didn't round up their journey in 1 week. It's not a sprint, right? It's a whole journey. I've been in this tech space for more than 10 years, right? If I was just looking for what to use and feed, I would have stopped now because I'm feeding pretty well now. And my life challenges are not just about myself. I'm also looking out for other ladies, how they can become valuable in life, how they can, contribute to the space, how they can learn enough to be able to contribute to the ecosystem. All right. So if you're looking for what you use, if you're here because probably you want to reward your mom, she has suffered a lot, your grandmom swallowed the machete and she needs a surgery, your village people are hungry and you want to feed them, I don't think this is the right place for you to be, right? The motivation that brings us here is beyond hunger. Is beyond hunger because everybody that has talked so far, they're all feeding well, but they're still in the journey, right? So if you're here because your grandmother maybe broke her leg and you need money for her surgery, you're going to get the money, but what happens after the surgery? What happens after then? So it's way beyond that. We are talking about building powerful women. That's why we are here. We are here to build powerful women that can. If you are mentioning the top 10 this in this, you should be counted in one thing, that this is what you're leading. Right? If you're counting women advocates, people that are championing women advocacy in Nigeria, people get to mention my name. If you're talking about women product leaders, people get to mention my name. If you're talking about women data, engineers, you get to mention Wofai's name. If you're talking about women nursing mothers who are really doing well in tech, web development, you get to mention Maria. I talk about, managers, happiness is there, Tejuri is there. So what are we mentioning your name in? There are a lot of people who have challenges, family challenges. They solve the challenge, but nobody knows them for anything positive, right? It's way beyond, the quick money. This is not a get rich quick scheme. I know there is money in tech, right? But we need to think beyond the money. We need to think about value. You need to think about a change, a positive change, how to cause positive change, in your life, in your environment, your ecosystem, right? I think we are now starting on the WhatsApp group that the people who stay longest will get rewards. And we are going to check this after now and see the people who stay longest in the call, how many minutes they stayed. But I want to share something with you real fast. So I told you we are working Empower a Sister campaign, right? So the thing is, there are a lot of women who need this opportunity. They are not yet, they are not yet here, right? They've not gotten access to the information. Everything is about information. If not that Maria, got to learn about this from somebody's post online, right? She wouldn't be able to be here today, right? Somebody did not introduce Wi-Fi to this whole tech thing, she wouldn't be here today. And the thing is, we are not just solving this problem because I want you to understand the problem we are solving. In the tech space right now, only about 26% of women, 26 to 7% of women, only about those figures hold tech jobs, right? Only about those people have a space in the tech space. Now, out of this 26 to 27%, only about 3 to 4% are African, are black. Only about 3 to 4% of them are blacks. Imagine the richest people in the world. Check them: Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Elon Musk. They are all in tech, right? They are all doing one thing or the other in tech. There is no woman in all these top people. Now, there are also women who are doing well, this lady that owns Canva, Piggyvest, co-founder. We have some women actually do something, but they are few. They are few. As that when I started her tech trail, one of the things that, in fact, the main thing that pushed me to starting her tech trail was because I didn't see anybody to look up to. I didn't see any woman, any black woman to look up to. Then I didn't have money to travel to go and meet people. And even if I had traveled, right, they were few, they were very few. So how do we create an environment where upcoming ladies can find value, enough value in such a way that they can find something to do when they finish their school, when they finish their secondary school. Some people go to school 4 years, 5 years. With that certificate, they can't even get a job, right? Or in tech, nobody's asking you, at least nobody's going to ask you what you studied. All the jobs I've done, nobody has ever asked me, what did I graduate with? I graduated well. I studied computer science in school, right? But nobody asked me that, right? I've seen people too. Most of the people that I've hired, I never ask them, where is your certificate? Where is your NYSC certificate? I don't ask for those. I mostly ask for, what can you do? What are your skills? What are your passion? Those are the things that your employers or your potential employers look out for. Even your business partners, the people who will come do business with you, they are not going to ask you about what you studied. They are not going, that's not to say that you shouldn't go to school. Don't get me wrong, please go to school. But what we are doing here is to give you something that you can hold on to. Nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can take away the knowledge that you get here from you. It is there. Even if you get old and die, it is still going to be with you. Brave. Nobody takes it away from you, right? So it's beyond the now. We are talking about the future. We are talking about the future. What happens? There's this lady, Ifoma Eze, right? She's also in the tech space. And if you see the way she travels, she does amazing things in the online space because she has been able to build herself. She can even leave her children and travel, right? Because she has the system, she has set up the system. Some of you cannot stay without working for 1 month because you haven't built the system. So you need to build the system in such a way that if you tell yourself that in the next 6 months I don't want to work, you can support yourself without anybody supporting you. I'm not talking about your boyfriend or your husband or your dad. I'm talking about you actually building a system that can support you, right? And that is what one of the reasons we are here. So we want this opportunity to get to a lot of women as
Wetin
possible.
I
And
wan do just with no man family.
somebody's about to leak her family secrets now. Get ready, get ready. So somebody's about to leak her family secrets. Yeah. So please take this seriously. Take this seriously. I'm going to share the link that you would use to invite people. Like I said, we need people. I've already told you the kind of people that we need. People that really want to do this tech thing, and not because they want to solve one quick problem in their family. I'm not saying you shouldn't solve your family problems, but your motivation should be beyond that. Yes, that's a good motivation, but it should be beyond that, right? So I'm going to share the link. Just give me 1 minute. Let me get the link. So we are going to be rewarding those people who join in this campaign. Tejri, can you help me with the link? Post it on the chat. Trying to get it out, but okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to talk to ladies that would need this opportunity. Now, when they are filling this form, just like you applied, when you were applying, you must have put in how did you hear about this opportunity? Some of you got to hear about it on LinkedIn, on Facebook. So when you need to tell them that they should mention your name, right? When they are putting your name, right, they should also put your LinkedIn profile. So you need to give them your name and your LinkedIn profile and your track. So let me tell you what it looks like. So let me say your name is Jane Okonkwo, right? Okonkwo, and this is your LinkedIn profile. I'm coming, let me copy this, right? You put it like this, right? And then you put your track, let's say your own track, the person that is bringing them, right? You put it like this, right? So this is how it should be on that form where they ask that question. How did you hear about this program?